Okay, we're in Waycross, Georgia. We got Paul Tyne on the left from the YMCA. Now, Paul, you're the executive director here?
That's right.
All right, great. And on the right, of course, we're in the hometown of JFly.
Yeah.
Drummer extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Now, we came down here to talk to you, Paul, because you're involved with JFly's, what's it called? The JFly Music Festival?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
sir.
And coming into the fourth year, this will be the third year that the Waycross YMCA has been involved, correct?
That's right.
Okay, great. Now, what made you choose to get involved with this? This will be your third year, so 2 years ago, what made you choose to get involved?
Well, the first year I went and saw the festival with my family, and then I started to learn about who JFly is as a person and what his mission is with How Big Is Your Dream. It lined up right on with the YMCA and what we're trying to do to inspire kids and to work with health and wellness. And so the tie to JFly and How Big Is Your Dream became a natural. So we started to bring our Y staff and have a presence there in support of JFly, because what he does supports us.
Gotcha. So how does this support you?
It just supports community well-being. Strengthening the community is what we're about, and social responsibility is what we want to be. JFly's out there for the right reasons. He's out there to inspire kids. That's what we want to do, inspire kids to eat better, to motivate them to go on educationally, to make the right decisions, and he's the perfect role model for them. So when you really find out what he's doing as a person and where he came from, nobody can reach him as good as JFly.
Gotcha. So now you guys, so the Y is the YMCA, the Waycross YMCA is a sponsor in the event also?
We'll be a sponsor in the event, and we're actively going to have some kids programming, some face painting, some bouncy houses. We want to partner with the health community to do health checks and to make sure that people are staying up on their wellness checks. So we'll babysit the kids and really be active with them on exercise as the health community is working on some of the responsible checks that should be taking place.
Nice. Okay, very good. So let me ask you this. In the words of, based on your experience, I'm just trying to extrapolate from you exactly the reasons, some of the things you get out of this as a result. Okay, so you've been involved for 2 years so far. Now this is your third year coming in. What keeps you coming back to it?
Oh, it's inspiring. You'll go and not only hear great music, but you're going to hear a good message, and then you're going to see him and what he's all about, which is inspiring youth. So when you see that come from the heart and you see how the kids respond, there's no way you can't get involved. I mean, you've got to be coming from Waycross, Georgia. There's a lot of need, and there's a lot of underprivileged kids that need a mentor like JFly. For him to come back to South Georgia and to be an inspiration just warms our heart, and it's all of what the YMCA is about. So we've got to be a presence.
Now you're not from the South, Paul. Where are you from?
Rochester, Minnesota.
Okay, gotcha. So what's it like being here in the South?
It's different. It's enjoyable. Great people, friendly people. I enjoy the hospitality, but I want to be here to make a difference. I don't want to be here running a YMCA that's a gymnasium and a swimming pool. I want to be out in the community. I want to be bridging gaps. I want to be colorless. I want to be working on health and wellness, and then I want to have the best facility possible. And I feel working with somebody like JFly, we can get it done. We can cross bridges together.
Okay, so when you say you want to be here bridging gaps and all, and again, I'm trying to look at where you are and where you're attempting to go. So where are you right now in that need to bridge the gaps, and then where you taking it to it, and are you seeing it going?
Well, I think we're seeing great strides. The Y has to look like the community. It has to look with race, with gender, with need. We're a high need community. Our high schools in our school system have 60% or more poverty level children. So for us to reach the community, we have to look like the community. We have to open up scholarships. We have to bring our programming up into the community. We have to provide access, whether it's free or whether we find a sponsor for it or whether we find a mentor like JFly. So I think we've had great strides in the last 3 or 4 years. We're 3 times as big as we were in 2009 with members, and we look a lot more diverse, and we have a lot more low-income community people using our Y facilities, both internal and external. And it's from working with people like How Big Is Your Dream and JFly.
Now, when you say you're a lot more diverse, you mean in terms of the staff looking like the community? Is that what?
We're led by a board of directors, the board, the staff, at the membership.
Okay. So, in other words, okay, and this is just I'm just trying to sum this up in my mind because I hear what you're saying. What you're saying is you're painting it kind of vaguely, but do I understand that, like, the demographic here is, like, what percentage, break down the demographics of this community for me.
What would you say? I mean, I should have the demographics off the top of my head. I'm going to say it's probably 50-50.
Yeah, and that's funny because on the way coming, I said it was either 40-60 or close to 50-50 right about now. So yeah.
40-60, 40. Who's on the 40 and who's on the 60, or who's on the 50 and who's on the 50?
Black is on the 40 and the other population is on the 60, but it's kind of evening out, you know.
Now, is the other population white, or is it Hispanic, or who do you have?
I think it's mainly white.
Mainly white.
It's 50 black, 50 white. He's 50, I'm 50.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
We're the melting pot.
Half and half, Ebony and ivory.
Exactly.
The mission is colorless.
Right.
Gotcha.
That's the mission.
The mission is colorless, but still the reality is, in order to make the, so is the reality at that point to make the people in the community see it that way?
I think so. I think the more that JFly can work with the Y and obviously, you know, work with me, he opens up doors for me. The more I can open up doors for him and they see that JFly and what he's about and they learn of his heart and where he's come from, it opens up doors for him.
Gotcha.
Together we can reach people.
Now, Jay and his some of his foundations. So, in addition to the work that you do with the JFly Music Festival, what else? You've got a couple what's your foundation, Jay?
My foundation is How Big Is Your Dream? Yes, How Big Is Your Dream?
Now, are there any tie-ins with? Are you tied into Jay in any other areas? Are you working with him in any other areas?
We have a summer camp that we raise funds for low-income children that are trying hard and been nominated by a community leader, a counselor, a minister, a law enforcement person, and we provide scholarships to those low-income kids so they can go to summer camp. Part of the camp curriculum includes components of nutrition, exercise, and health. And JFly has donated to that camp through How Big Is Your Dream. He's brought his board down to the camp. He's inspired them as an individual speaker, and he's participated in all levels. And so I've personally witnessed him reaching children and reaching families that would be more difficult for me to reach as a transplant to the South. He's recognized for coming up out of Oak Street, which is a tougher street in our community, and making it big. And his dream has made it big, and now he wants others to feel the same thing. And How Big Is Your Dream is real with JFly. So that's one example. We're working on exercise and health altogether because Georgia's the second most obese population in the country when it comes to youth, and that can't be tolerated. This is the first generation of children that are going to not outlive their parents, and JFly and I have had conversations about that. We want to put JFly in the community so that they see that he exercises, he eats right, and that's important to the Y, and that's important to me, and we want the community children to better their well.
Well, I guess we shouldn't tell you we just had fried chicken, huh?
Right.
You're going to exercise. Use the Y. Burn those calories.
I tell you, we got a grueling schedule these next couple of days, so yeah.
Right.
All right, well, Paul, is there anything else you want to say?
No, I just hope 10 years from now we're back and there's you know, that festival is 20 blocks bigger and there's more kids being reached and that community's healthier and I think it's going to happen with exposing JFly's mission.
Nice. Okay. Well, thank you for stopping to take time with me and traveling in my world. Talk to you soon, okay?
Thank you.
Uh-huh.